girl my eyes and girl my mind. It never stops after it starts. 'Cause you're a girl, a girl of mine. The girl of mine. Hot, hot, hot. Hot, hot, hot. Hot, hot, hot. Girl of mine.
Alright, what time is it?
Girl time!
Girl time.
Hello, welcome to From Rushers with Love. My name's Maggie.
I'm Haleigh.
I'm Ashton.
And we have a special guest with us this week, Kipper. You can introduce yourself if you like.
Yeah, hi guys. I don't really know what to say. I guess.
No problem.
Yeah, no one does. I think I'm probably best known for the viewers at home, if you know me. I'm probably known for I guess it's like the Big Time Rush researcher. I run the BTR Wiki, and I also do a lot of stuff at a forum called Pop H Flops. Shout out to them. Honestly, I guess to put it simply, I know a lot about this band, and I'm very excited to talk about Boyfriend because I also know a lot about Boyfriend.
And that is
Good,
why
I'm so
we are
excited to get the inside scoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this week is Boyfriend Week. Last week when we talked about Big Time Girlfriends, the episode, that's where we first heard the song, and that was also the day, October 11th, 2010, a day that went down in history as BTR, the first album, was released. Haleigh, I know you usually have some info on like the people who like wrote the song.
Yes.
I'm not good with that. So.
Yep, so writing credits go to Lucas Sekan and Wayne Hector.
You know who they wrote it for?
I know that
Did they
Wayne
write it
Hector
for
did the
Wayne
demo.
Hector?
I mean, you're never gonna guess it.
I mean,
But
they wrote it for Lupe Fiasco
oh goodness.
of the show goes on fame. It's supposed to be his. I don't know what happened.
Well, they wrote like 40 different like hook to try to get it to work, and then eventually, I don't know. I guess it just gave up, decided to pass on it.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad they did, because I don't think that that Lupe Fiasco would have done the collab with, the collabs that Big Time Rush did.
Yeah, that's not the timeline you want to live in.
But Lucas Sekan and Wayne Hector worked on like a number of things that make sense for them to have worked with Big Time Rush. Wayne Hector worked on Circus by Britney Spears, and both of them worked on I Hate This Part by the Pussycat Dolls.
Oh,
I listened to it to see if it would help me understand Boyfriend better, and it didn't, but I do like that Pussycat Dolls is involved.
The Slumdog Millionaire connection there.
Yeah. Sekan will go on to work on some songs on Elevate as well. And Wayne Hector worked with Boyzone, which fits so well.
Yeah, I think they both also did Show Me. I think that's the only
yeah.
other song that they've done with BTR. At least that like came out. There was another song that they did with a boy band called Blue, that went unreleased. But to my knowledge, those are the only two songs that they've each done for BTR.
Boyzone sounds like a fake band created by Gustavo.
Yeah.
I can't believe that's real.
Right?
Same with New Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I did briefly have to. I was like, are they characters from the show?
Nope, they're real.
They're real boys.
And we will definitely talk about them. But Boyfriend went platinum.
It did?
Yeah.
Wikipedia said gold.
It went gold in 2012, and then I think just last November it got upgraded to platinum.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Boyfriend. You did it.
Kendall single-handedly streamed it enough times.
I feel like it's kind of had a comeback in like popularity. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm not like on TikTok, but I've observed other people in public watching TikToks with Boyfriend in it, which I don't know, is really funny to me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been sampled so many times, according to Genius Lyrics. There's a song that has it called Fuck, We Were Supposed to Wear Argyle. Which also samples Teenage
That
Dream.
sounds like such a better song.
It's not,
Oh,
because
it's so disappointing.
I mean, like, it
actually.
could be, it's just too much audio chaos for me personally, but it's Boyfriend and Teenage Dream and dialogue from Daria.
That feels like it was made for you. I'm so
I
sorry that
know.
it doesn't work.
Guitar and keys and bass on Boyfriend were done by a producer known as Mint Man, which I just wrote down because I thought it was really fun.
Yeah, Mint Man works with Lucas Seacon and Wayne Hector, or I should say worked quite a bit because I think that he's like they're part of the same like writing team. They're signed to
Mhm.
the same publisher. I don't know what it's called.
Cool. Do you guys think he did a good job musically?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm okay. Personally, here's my thing. I'm kind of on the fence about like, okay, Boyfriend. Obviously, I like the song. If I heard it in public, I would like lose my mind, right?
Yeah.
Like, like a normal person. I don't think I'm a huge fan of the instrumental, and like the choices there. Like, it's okay. It's not like worldwide, like their instrumental. I don't have like a beef with it, but I mean, I'm sure they did fine. It doesn't sound bad.
Right.
It's just a lot of the mashups that people have done. I'm not talking about my own mashup, even though I did make one. They just sound better, I think, when it has like a completely different instrumental with the lyrics.
Yeah. I feel like the demo had more interesting instrumental.
Mm.
It-
It's
Yeah,
kinda slow, though.
absolutely.
yeah.
I was about to bring that up. It sounds a lot more like intense, kind of. Is that a right
Mhm.
word to describe it? Darker. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's less pop-y. It's not like, just like a little boy band single, which is kind of what this is.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's
yeah.
not as overproduced, I think.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because the demo.
I think just like
True.
BTR is so non-threatening that anytime somebody else does a song by them, it just sounds kind of dangerous in comparison. Like Kesha Windows Down or whatever.
yeah, I get that. They had to Nickelodeon buy it.
It's not called Windows Down when Kesha does it.
It's woohoo.
Yes.
I think this is one of the more R&B leaning tracks that they've done.
Mhm.
Probably
Yeah.
that isn't a ballad, because I feel like, especially in the early albums, they did have a lot of R&B influence, but I think that mainly came out in like the ballads, like Worldwide. What else? Invisible, You're Not Alone. Those kinds of songs.
Counting
This is
on
probably
you, yeah.
the most like hip hop infused, I guess. Is that the right word? Right genre?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
'Cause it definitely is like a standout sound for them.
Yeah, it's like the most inherently boy bandy thing I think that they ever did. Not to conflate R&B and boy bandiness, because like there's not a total overlap, but just
Yeah, at the time it definitely was.
Yeah.
You had Backstreet Boys. It was kind of just the sound of boy bands. Wayne Hector actually did a lot of work with a band called Westlife, like shortly before BTR was a thing, and I mean they were all about like that R&B uh, sound.
Before I forget, it's in the key of C sharp minor, and it has a BPM of 80. Some places said 83, but I think that is wrong, because that's not divisible by anything.
I think it was 80. I'm going off. I just did the wiki page. I had to write
Yeah.
that. I think it said a moderate tempo of 80 beats per minute.
Mhm.
I don't know what
Which
any of
is
that means.
so slow,
Mm-hmm.
but that's fine. It's kind of hard to do mashups sometimes because you either have to like really slow down the other song or really speed up these guys.
And then they go even
what was
slower
the-
when they do it a cappella.
Oh my god, I know. Are you specifically looking at that Ryan Seacrest one?
Yes.
I yelled when I realized it was Dustin on the guitar. I
Yeah.
missed him. I like when he
Dustin
shows
so
up.
much.
Dustin belts.
Even when they did it for MTV, it was still kind of slow,
Mm-hmm.
which I mean makes
Yeah, and-
sense.
Yeah, I checked out the Jump Smokers remix, like radio edit thing, because I was like, oh, since I don't really, love the instrumental that much, maybe like, like a remix I would like it more. But it really just kind of sounds like they're at the end of a really long hallway singing very fast. And that was kind of the vibe of it for me.
I like that actually.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure a million people have done remixes, but this was, the ones that were, I guess, released. I don't know where they were released, but I think they're official.
Literally all over the place. The release, like the different releases that exist for the single are so absurdly confusing. Like if you go on the wiki, I literally had to do like 7 different track listings for the different versions between the physical releases and the different countries. It's so crazy because those remixes are mostly like B-sides, or
Mm.
that's not really the right
Okay.
word, but like just little add-ons to the CDs. I think mine has the Jump Smokers one.
Gotcha.
Good to see.
Like the CD you have has it?
Yeah, mine has the Jump Smokers remix featuring Snoop Dogg.
What version of the CD do you have?
I think it's it's not the UK. I think it's just a European. Is
That's
it the
cool. I
Maxi
did not know
CD?
about that one.
Yeah, there was also like I don't know how these are like counted as far as like discography, but they did a like remix EP, kind of like they did for Till I Forget About You, and that has like that one. There's like 3 different Jump Smokers versions. Like it literally could not be more confusing.
They just really liked the song.
Yeah, apparently. There's like 15 different versions that they did.
Yeah, if I
It's
I think if
insane.
I could never do what you do, I would lose my mind trying to find everything.
Well, this one is definitely an outlier. Just like I've never had I had to spend like a whole day trying to organize and hunt down all the different release dates. It's crazy. They were on crack with this one.
Right, and I was really surprised to see that the single didn't come out until like sometime in 2011, because obviously it was on the album BTR, which came out in October of 2010. So it seemed to take them a very long time to actually release it as a single. I don't know. I didn't look too far into it, but that timeline seems weird.
Yeah.
I think it got pushed back because of Snoop's involvement, but that's probably
Mm.
best left for later because that's actually
Yeah.
really interesting.
Rolling Stone Australia and Billboard both did lists of the best boy band songs ever, and it was 97 out of 100 for Billboard and 47 out of 75 for Rolling Stone. And it was it was the only Big Time Rush song to make either list because neither of them have heard Till I Forget About You.
I'm proud of them. Haleigh, bring us into the lyrics.
Lyrics are, I mean, they're cringy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, we don't like
Camp
this
is the
song for
word.
its art.
It's all about vibes.
Yes. When we talk about like the boy band song categories, this is definitely like, I don't know if it's like You're
Simp.
Beautiful, You're Valid.
Did we have a simp category?
Yeah, it's a simp song. There's
I don't
no
think
way
they
around
ever
it.
say she's beautiful or valid. They're just like, please. Please.
They said, I don't care at all what you've done before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that's really true.
She may
So-
have committed crimes. I wrote down existence is meaningless if not boyfriend.
Yeah. I think we would be doing a disservice if we didn't talk about the bridge specifically.
That's kind of where it peaks, honestly.
Okay, my biggest complaint about the bridge actually is if you tell me where I'm waiting here, I think it should be waiting there because that makes more sense and it
It
rhymes
just sounds
better.
like they're ignoring her. Like, no matter
Yeah.
where you tell me to go, I'm just gonna be here. Like,
Yeah,
No, I think it's if you tell me, yeah, I'm waiting here. Like if you tell me yes. It doesn't sound like it
Oh,
in the
man.
song, but
Oh,
according to my little booklet here, that's what it says.
Ooh,
There's so
Okay,
many
okay, that makes
changes
sense.
it.
there's a lot of lyrics I'm like not positive of.
Welcome to Big Time Rush.
Yeah.
But so I know everybody here on this call knows what the lyrics in the bridge mean, but just to cover our bases, waiting here every day like Slumdog Millionaire. That's the plot of the movie. They
Does he wait every day somewhere
yeah.
for a girl? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I've never seen the movie, but I
that's-
didn't think it was about that.
No,
I
that
watched
Yeah,
is.
that,
bold of you
um,
to assume we all knew. I have
Sorry.
no idea what that means.
I just assumed.
There's a scene in the movie where he's like, I'll wait for you every day at this train station. And
Oh.
she tells him to forget about her. Just like Joe.
That's a different song.
I feel like I should have watched this movie to prepare for this episode.
You don't
It's-
need
I
to.
believe.
It's a loose thing.
It's, yeah.
and then Bigger Than a Twilight Love Affair.
No, it's The
Um,
Twilight Love Affair.
The Twilight Love Affair, sorry. Genius Lyrics said that it's referencing that meme about, like, still a better love story than Twilight, but I don't think that timing makes sense.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they came afterward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely predates that. I like that they didn't specify which Twilight love affair, so I can draw my own conclusions.
Any of them were bigger. All of them combined. Twilight was vampire books that everybody was obsessed with when we were in middle school.
Do we have listeners who don't know what Twilight is?
I'm just future-proofing this.
No, I appreciate it. That really hit me.
Yeah,
That hit me hard.
It's impossible to not know about Twilight right now, but I would like to believe that this podcast is going to live on.
Okay,
It's not,
thank
but...
If their goal was to make this a timeless song, that was like the number one way not to do it.
I know!
Like,
They
these are
just-
so I'm gonna be honest, I've never even heard of Slumdog Millionaire outside of this song, I don't think. But
I
Twilight
forgot-
Twilight Love Affair just puts you right in 2011, and you're not getting out.
Right.
Yes.
I
And
wrote-
Big Time Rush's audience wouldn't have seen that movie. Like, it was mostly children.
Yeah.
Okay, but again, Pussycat Dolls did a song for Slumdog Millionaire.
I guess. They should have said bigger than the Pussycat Dolls or something. I don't know. They shouldn't have said that.
No.
Ignore that.
I wonder if it's like a product placement thing. Maybe
Probably.
that was why they did it.
Stephanie Meyer gets royalties.
What studio is Slumdog? Let me Google this.
Yeah, the Twilight, Love Affair, and Slumdog Millionaire lines really feel... It feels like some of their new music. Like when they talk about this feels like SpaceX. Like, it kind of has that vibe for me.
Yeah, which, I mean, that's Big Time Rush. They're true to their roots.
Okay, Slumdog was produced by two, like, just very small UK-based production houses. So it would be
Oh, they definitely
really
paid
funny
for
if they paid for this.
Okay, wait. I just remembered. Okay, that movie stars Dev Patel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't he the one who walks around in public wearing Big Time Rush t-shirts?
Yes.
Oh, that's why!
Okay. So, is it what happened first?
Oh no,
Well,
it
it-
must be
It happened
because they shout his movie out in their song.
It's worth
Yeah.
noting that both Lucas Seacon and Wayne Hector, I think, are both English, and they're both from London. So I don't know, maybe they know each
Ooh.
other.
Incredible.
I have no idea.
We're unlocking something. We're gonna have something unlocked by the end of this.
I'm trying to, like,
Yeah,
if
wait.
I...
Did,
No, sorry, go
did
ahead.
you guys know that? Sorry, did you guys know that Lucas Seacon's father was the co-founder of Pottery Barn?
I
The
did
more you
not.
know.
Pottery Barn stuff is stupid expensive.
I don't know why I felt this was worth sharing. Something in my gut just told me it was.
No, it's
No, thank
It's all
you.
part of the puzzle that we're putting together right
absolutely.
now. Are we ready for the Snoop lyrics? Like, emotionally, mentally, physically?
No, but we gotta.
I mean, they're not that wild. I feel like compared to its context. Like, I think it's exactly what you'd expect from Snoop Dogg being in a Big Time Rush song.
Yeah.
So I
Yes.
heard that his verse was co-written. I could not find proof of it.
No, I think it was just written by him, Snoop himself.
I read somewhere that Shaggy worked
So
on
he
it.
recorded it.
Oh.
Basically, like he engineered the session.
Nice. I do know that Big Time Rush opened for Shaggy at one point,
Did they
which
really?
is insane.
Really?
Yeah. Kendall mentioned it in an interview
That
on
is
the
news to
Nighttime
me.
podcast.
That's so funny.
Yeah. I haven't I don't know how to fact check it properly, but I hold that near and dear in my heart. Shaggy's incredible.
Oh wait, I guess this ties into both versions. In the original, they say the intro goes on for so long and the outro goes on for so long, the boy, boyfriend, and if you're singing it,
Yeah.
your jaw is like in agony after a while. Or at least mine is. So I do appreciate that Snoop and New Boy's versions truncate it. Makes it easier for me sing it, which
Sing
I don't
along.
have to do. Nobody's making me. It's just on my driving playlist.
So do we want to jump right into the Snoop lyrics?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm ready personally. I don't know what to say. Like, I could read them out loud, like it was a poem, but I don't think anybody wants that. That would not help anybody.
Did anyone see the video of Kendall doing the Snoop Dogg rap?
No.
Oh,
I
man,
think
it's
it was
been
at
a minute.
the Duluth show, wasn't it? I don't know. I saw a video on Twitter of him doing it like word for word off memory, and he nailed it.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I don't even know the lyrics.
Catering to their fake hometown.
It's because he's obsessed with this song.
Yeah, wasn't it his most streamed song of 2020?
Yes, that was, and he tweeted a picture of it and said, "It's my band, get at me."
That's so good.
Kendall just listens to his own music all day.
Honestly,
I wish they'd do that
Don't
with
blame
the Ayaz part and If I Ruled the World. I think
They just play
Yeah.
it on loop all day.
Yeah.
Haleigh, didn't we find like one video of them doing the Carmen rap? Of Kendall doing the Carmen rap in
and Carlos had to help him because they
Song for You.
they couldn't do it as just one person. Yeah.
Yeah, they tried. I appreciate that.
Yeah, they should just pull me up next time because I can do it in one breath. So,
Oh, okay. I have something about the
About-
Snoop lyrics.
yes, please.
Please.
So the genius annotation for the line "It's gonna be us till the end, so please believe that." If you click on it, it's like instead of a one-night fling, Snoop is actually looking for a long-lasting, serious relationship, such as that with his wife. They're divorced. They've been divorced since
No,
before this song came out. It just feels like a neg.
I mean, really, the only lyric that like really sticks in my brain is "Holla at me, hit me on my video chat."
Again, really.
That is good.
So important.
So 2009.
But only
I
because
know Snoop's verse is just it's so camp in the most absolute perfect way.
it's
Mhm.
very.
I literally can't like express that enough.
It's just very Snoop Dogg. Like,
It's very Snoop Dogg in a Big Time Rush song. Like it nails
yeah.
it 100% perfectly.
She might be the one. I see it in her eyes. I see it in her swag.
She be
I'm
on
the one
flat.
for her. She's the one for I.
That one broke me the first time I heard it.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah, no, it's actually really good. Yeah. He does talk about I can, like, the sky's the limit. I could lift you off your feet like a flight attendant, which is very sweet and fun, and also might be his way of sneaking in weed references, which is good for him.
Does anybody know? I'm just curious. Did they like do all of this, like the boyfriend stuff, at the same time as the Christmas stuff, or was it like a separate like Snoop meetup?
Boyfriend was
I've
after
always kind of wondered.
the Christmas, right?
Yeah, the
Right,
Big
but I
Time
don't know if
Christmas
they
was filmed
recorded
around
it.
like probably 2 or 3 months earlier. It was one of the earlier episodes of
Okay.
season 2, so it has to be like probably October, November, somewhere in there of 2010. And then obviously I think he recorded his verse for this like separately in his own place, and they combined it. But then they filmed the boyfriend video in like early January, if I remember correctly.
Okay. that
So
makes
yeah, it
sense.
was a couple months apart, I think.
This music video was wild.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's the one.
I
Okay.
think last episode we played a game where we asked
Yep.
Ashton to guess what it was going to be about, and I already forgot her answers, but they were wrong, so it was
Yeah.
funny to me.
No,
Even
I
though
kept giving them
I
like
knew that was.
stupid jobs that I thought it would be funny for them to have.
Nope, they don't
But
work.
Their job is still just being a boy band.
Yeah.
Like they get to go to the future, but they still have to like perform for
No,
people.
I was giving them jobs circa 2010. What a fool I was.
It's okay.
Yeah,
You're forgiven.
I like
Does
how
James
they...
Diamond work at Hot Topic?
Oh my god.
I think James Diamond would have been too preppy to work at Hot Topic.
Yeah, I could see him as like an American Eagle sales associated.
Oh my god,
100%.
Abercrombie.
Yes, and he takes
That
great
fits way
pride in
better.
it.
I can just imagine him walking up to people and doing the hand thing. I can't like mimic the sound effect.
Yeah.
I like that they go to 2099.
Yeah, so they're just what are they? Are they just walking down the street when like a portal shows up?
Yeah,
Is
they're
that
like in
the
a
plot
back
of this?
alley.
Yeah, and then there's a portal, and Snoop Dogg is like, "You want to go to the future?" And they're like, "Yeah, okay."
To be
Why
clear,
not?
Fair enough.
this doesn't happen. Like, you don't hear it. They just put subtitles up,
Yeah.
which I really like.
It's like, of course they did. Of course you would go to the future with Snoop Dogg.
I mean, are you saying you would say no?
No, I'm saying I would say yes.
Yeah.
One thing I think is interesting about this music video is I feel like they don't do this a lot where like they just have like random girls in there, I guess. Like each of them is going on like a little futuristic date with, you know, just some girl, not character in the show or
Right.
like I doubt they know each other in real life. Maybe they do. But I feel like they tend to avoid that because it's like, I don't know, they want all the boys to look available, you know, so when
Yeah.
you're like in middle school you can be like, oh my god, I want to be his girlfriend.
Well, they did that
Um,
with Music Sounds Better with You too, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, as I was watching this again, I realized like it's actually kind of similar the way that it's like structured, like exactly what you described. Like they each kind of have like their own date, and it like shows them like individually throughout. So I guess they were like open to doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These
Not that
are
there
those
really
are, like,
were a
the two
lot of
times they-
BTR music videos, at least like, you know, like, forgive the term, but like legit ones. A lot of them were kind of just like edited like from the show.
It's not going to work out though because these girls are from 2099.
Oh yeah, Big Time Rush is dead to them. Like, 100%. Like,
And I don't know if Kendall can get on board with eating those little blue jelly things that live in their drinks.
A little guy materializes in
that?
the drink. It's the and then the girl he's on a date with eats it, even though it's like
yeah.
probably sentient. And it's only for like a second, but the face he makes is so funny.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
The worst thing is that the same joke happens in Ant-Man Quantumania where Bill Murray
No.
is drinking something and there's a little guy in it and he eats it because that's just what you do.
They ripped off Boyfriend.
I know.
This is
Or
so
it was
off
an
topic, but
homage.
I did not know Bill Murray was going to be there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Don't watch Quantumania, just watch Boyfriend.
So much shorter.
I could do that. Yeah, what's this song? Oh, the song had like different lengths too, depending on like which version, but it's like around 3.5 minutes, which is pretty solidly Big Time Rush length, boy band song length.
Is
When they get more than that, it's kind of pushing it personally.
is Snoop supposed to be from 2099 or can he just time travel?
Probably the latter.
I
I'd
would
imagine
believe he
he's
could
like
time travel.
God,
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
think he's
or like an
immortal
interdimensional being.
in real life.
Yeah, like he's always been there.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, it wasn't like special effects. They actually just filmed him coming in from a time portal.
exactly. Yeah, they were like, "Can
Yeah,
we please use the portal?" And he was like, "Yeah."
That was his real dance club.
Only for this music video.
That was his real hoverboard rental service.
That really killed me. Haleigh, in your notes, didn't you have the name of the place, the dance place they were at? I swear I peeked in there, and
Oh.
it was wild.
No, it's an empty nightclub. It's just a set of a nightclub, and so in the behind the scenes video, they were just the four of them hanging out in the empty nightclub, which seemed like it was fun.
Oh, nice.
I like when Snoop is they're performing and Snoop is just nodding approvingly.
Yeah, I also thought the dance for this song was fun. Especially like their newer version of it, where they do the silly little dance during the boyfriend part, where they just kind of swing their legs around.
Yes.
I think I cried when I saw them do that in Chicago at their first concert. It was my favorite thing.
Also, before we get too far from it, the girl that eats the little dude
Horrible.
Mm-hmm.
is a main character on the 100,
Huh.
which is a future dystopia show, so I think that's fitting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's part of the universe. It's part of the canon.
Yeah.
Does that mean Big Time Rush is gonna die in whatever event kills everybody in the 100? I've not
Probably.
seen it.
I haven't seen it, my husband watched it, so I know all of the buck wild things that happen, but I didn't have to sit through the boring parts, which is ideal.
The only other thing I have is that James dances with two girls, which I think is a callback to the music video from the show where he dances with a human girl and a palm tree. Or they
I
don't
was gonna
dance in
say
the
you had
video.
to make up for it.
They go
'cause
on
he didn't-
dates.
Well, they dance under a tree.
They like ride
That's
a
their
Ferris
date.
wheel.
Oh, yeah. And in the Snoop Dogg video, he dances with twins under a tree.
Oh, are they twins? That's kind of weird, actually.
It's at least the same girl. Like, I think it's
it's
just...
doubled.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess clones are probably a thing in this Snoop Dogg future. I don't know.
They couldn't afford another actor, so they just had to
Right.
superimpose
No,
her.
that's how he's still alive. He just cloned
Oh,
himself.
clones.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay. It's all coming together.
They finish the song and then he just kicks them out. He's like, okay, bye guys. And then
Like, go back to the past.
he closes the
I thought
portal.
I thought it was weird, like how normal they act afterwards. Like after they jump out, they're just like, "Yo, that was awesome." They just like run away.
They've done it before.
It's just typical Friday night for Big Time Rush.
Yeah, it's not like we just went 100 years in the future. They're just like, yeah, this is a Tuesday for us. Oh, this is actually like a random fact, but Snoop Dogg actually brought his daughter to the set because that was like the whole reason they landed that in the they landed so much stuff with him because yeah, Snoop was like the one. He was the one who reached out to them about like going on the show and all that, and it was specifically because his daughter was like a huge rusher.
And
I hope she's still a huge
It's
rusher
really cute.
to this day.
Yes.
I mean, if your dad did a music video with them, you better be.
I know.
Or would that make them embarrassing now? Like, oh, these are
Hard
my
to
dad's
say.
friends.
Friends might be a strong.
My dad smoked this guy
Well-
out and he cried like a bitch.
When Big Time Rush talks about Snoop Dogg, they talk like they're his friends.
I'm sure they want
I
us
feel
to
like
think
James
that.
didn't do that. I feel like James is like, respectful. And, he knows. He
Yeah.
knows.
I mean, it's all like, oh, he's so nice. He's a great guy. We had such a good time. Like, not like talking like they hang out on the weekends, but
Mm-hmm.
Well, you never know. They
Trying
might.
so hard not to talk about the Stephen Kramer
I
book and story.
know.
I already-
We have to save it. We have to save
Yeah.
it.
I mean, we're getting through things a lot faster than I expected. So maybe I don't know.
Tell the weed story.
Well, we do have to talk about New Boys. Very important.
Alright. I forgot about this version until crunch time. This morning I was like, oh, there's another one.
Honestly, I prefer it.
I also
No
think
offense
I
to
prefer it.
Snoop.
Like, Snoop is very iconic, but he's also just, like, he's so himself that it's kind of
Yeah.
jarring. I think New Boys fit better.
Right. Like Snoop Dogg is saying, I want to be your boyfriend. Here's a car. Get in the car and we'll go drive around the world or whatever. And New Boys say, hey, here's a note that says yes or no. Do you want to date me?
Well, but then
But
they
they also said, I got your application.
Well, okay. So I've thought a lot about this verse, or about these verses.
Uh-huh.
So I got your application is, like, I see that you're interested in me. You have expressed interest, which is something that everyone else in this song lacks. Like,
True.
this is the only time anything boyfriend related implies that the girl has any interest in the singer.
I think it's just supposed to be like a terrible pickup line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or okay, maybe it's supposed to be a great pickup line, but it's not a very good pickup line.
Well,
That's kind of how this entire song and both raps kind of feel. It's just all just bad pickup line one after another.
Yeah, that's fair.
Don't hit on my video chat. Holla at me.
I'm not hating on it.
I thought it was
I'm
good,
saying this is a
personally, you know.
positive thing.
Yes.
I can take you higher without wearing stilts is like way more explicit of a weed reference than anything in Stoop's version.
And then they follow it with everything you ask without Santa's help. Even though
It's
this
such
was...
like random imagery.
But this was written before the Snoop Dogg Christmas episode was even a concept. You know?
That is true.
They saw
Like,
the
how did
future
they know?
through the port. They went through the portal and saw that there was going to be a Christmas version.
Oh yeah, they had the time portal.
Oh,
Yeah.
that must have been it. Okay. That makes way more sense. And then I like in the second verse where they say, like, you're grown, you got your own house, you're holding it down. I think that's great. Like, I really love and respect that you are girl bossing so hard, and can I date you?
How old are
Yeah,
they?
no, I respect
It's
that.
like TV show BTR are supposed to be teenagers.
That's
And-
that's
And
probably
now they're
why.
like, let's date a girl who can buy a house.
That's honestly probably why New Boys didn't take off quite as much, because it's a little harder for teen rapper fans to relate to that verse.
Well, the real reason is because Snoop came in and just
Yeah.
completely like I think the second that they got that offer, the poor New Boys were just on the curb.
Yeah.
I feel kind of bad for them.
I know. Their first song was You're a Jerk.
I didn't realize
Like-
that was them.
Yeah. Like, I feel like they deserve more respect than they get.
Their version just like sadly rots away on
I
Spotify,
know.
never to be listened to.
I can't even say anything. I've contributed to that. I've said, hey, did you guys know that Snoop Dogg did a song with Big Time Rush? And I don't talk about New
He's
Boys.
trying to like convert people.
Yeah, honestly. Like, hey, listen to the Snoop Dogg song. It's Big Time Rush, actually. Gotcha. Yeah, also, New Boys got sued by the Newsboys, which
No.
is...
What?
yeah, the Newsboys
that
were
kills
like
me.
the premier Christian boy band of the 90s. So it's also fitting.
Based on the name, Gustavo's got a lawsuit coming his way.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between New Boys and Newsboys? Are Newsboys like like newspaper boys?
They're spreading the good news of Jesus.
Oh,
Their
makes
concerts
sense.
also kind of bang, so the drum set is on a platform that like rises up and spins around upside down. Like, their concerts
Hello?
go hard.
Are they allowed to do that? It
Yeah.
doesn't feel like they should be allowed to do that.
I've seen it 5 discrete times. It's insane. Back to the New Boys. There is at least one concert where they got to come out while Big Time Rush was performing Boyfriend.
Good for them.
But it literally
know
was...
that.
Yeah, it's... I can send you the video, but it's literally that, like, they're doing the song, Big Time Rush is doing the song, and then one of the guys comes out... who's the first one? Legacy comes out for the first verse, and then immediately leaves the stage when it's done. And then Ben J comes out for the second verse, and then kind of just stands behind them while they do synchronized dancing. Like, was this a last-minute decision? You couldn't teach them the moves?
He's just like the Bill Clinton kid from the Game Awards. He just waltzed his way on stage. Didn't really know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually true. It looks like it's Six Flags in New England
Yeah.
in May 2011. That's interesting. I had no idea that was a thing.
I stumbled upon it and I said, yes, New Boys, they get respect. And they kind of didn't, but it's fine. At least they did not get slimed.
They're used to it.
I just wanted to mention, in case we forget later, because we do mention a lot of different videos in these podcast episodes.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to put up like playlists on our YouTube channel with like the videos that we've mentioned, so it's easier to like see what in the world we are talking about.
Yes.
So
Interactive
we will
podcasting.
get on that. Yes.
One of the videos I'm going to add is when they performed at the Kids' Choice Awards with Snoop Dogg and did Boyfriend.
That performance is so legendary.
Yeah.
I literally forgot all about it until I was like doing the notes for this, and I gotta like double check, but like, did people know that Snoop Dogg was gonna be part of it beforehand?
I don't
Like before he came
know.
out on stage?
I hope not.
Because the way that it like plays out, it really looks like he just
It's
like
a surprise
shows
appearance.
up.
Yeah. Especially because he doesn't do the verses at the beginning and end because he doesn't want to be out there any longer than he has to. He just comes out at the end
Yeah, he does
and does
both of
both his
them in
verses
the
back
middle,
to
doesn't he?
back. And then they slime him.
How much do you think they had to pay him to allow himself to get slimed?
Well, how much do you think his daughter wanted him to do it? She seems to have some influence there.
Also, what a really surreal part of that performance for me is they have all these like girl dancers
Yeah.
out there too, which like Big Time Rush doesn't do that because they do their own dancing.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was like Snoop needed the girls dancing out there to like feel at home or something.
Yeah.
Like it was definitely because Snoop was involved. Like
100.
there's no other explanation really.
Absolutely. James wears a suit jacket with the sleeves pushed up, which he does a lot when singing this song live,
It's
I
such
noticed.
a classic look.
And it just makes me so uncomfortable for him.
Yeah, the Nickelodeon style guide from 2010.
Oh, it
Isn't
like
that what he's
really
wearing
hit
on,
me.
like, the boyfriend single image.
I think so.
Dude,
Yeah.
they're so
Now I need to
edited in
check.
that like so photoshopped in the single cover.
Yeah.
It's like so jarring.
Yeah.
Okay,
James
sleeves aren't
James looks
really
like he's
rolled
wearing
up,
like
but-
5 pounds of makeup.
Yeah. Also, the Kids' Choice Award video ends with Jack Black going, "Whoa!" or "Yeah!" or something like that, and it jump scared me.
I'm glad he got to experience that. I think
Yeah.
he's earned it.
He did.
I know James is looking kind of fly on the single cover. I don't know about you guys, but poor Logan got the vest over the suit and tie.
He looks really kind of bummed out about the whole situation.
Yeah, he just looked like, am I supposed to put my hand in my pocket like this? Like, dude, what do you want? He was
Also,
not
the-
happy.
James's belt buckle that's like the British flag.
Yeah.
This classic 2011 look.
So random.
Big Time movie
Incredible.
hadn't even
Anyway.
happened yet.
Okay, wait, no, I just realized this. Carlos is wearing like a leather jacket, but it has like in the inside of the hood is like a plaid, like or like yeah, plaid. I don't even know how to describe it. It just looks like so like random.
And I just noticed that James isn't actually wearing a suit jacket because it does have a zipper on the front. So
Oh yeah, he's just wearing a bomber.
Yeah.
yeah. These were
Yeah.
some choices.
And as usual, we got emo Kendall
Classic.
with his beanie and all
The
black clothing.
bracelets.
That's his purest, pure form.
Honestly, like
I
anything.
don't know why were they so obsessed with marketing him like that.
It was just his vibe. He might have just liked wearing beanies at that time. I don't know.
It could be.
Kipper, I noticed that a couple days ago, I was searching other boyfriend stuff and I found your YouTube channel. You posted like the Sin Rhythm and Pop like boyfriend version. Would you be able to talk about that? Because I don't really know what that is, and I'm very curious.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was until like very recently because a while ago, they were like basically that like leaked online and like people were like spreading it around, but nobody really knew what it was. And basically, it's like a mashup that like combines. I think it's the only version like released officially or unofficially that like combines both the Snoop Dogg and New Boyz verses in one. And after doing like a crap ton of digging, I found out that it was actually like I think the term according to Wikipedia is officially commissioned. It was for like some random, well, like promo series that was like spread around to like DJs and that kind of thing, and it includes that little mashup. It also includes like a little like introduction where they just say like, "Yo, we're BTR. This is our new single Boyfriend on SIN."
And then
Sin.
they chant the word
Sin,
sin,
sin.
which is so fun.
And I had to buy this from like Discogs just to get that little intro because I think nobody ever like posted that online outside of like the Internet Archive. and they only let you play like 2 seconds of it. So I had to play like $30 just to get an extra 6 seconds of that intro. So
Whoa.
you're
Oh
welcome.
man.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
Yeah, it was
Anything
really,
else
really
good on
difficult.
there? Or
Honestly, there's like a they like the, or the, like the first two they're like the first artists on it. There's like 20 different songs. Where did I
okay.
put the CD? And there's like Willow. I think there's like a Kesha song. Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, 21st Century Girl by Willow Smith, Jennifer Lopez, Pitbull, Kesha, Blow by Kesha, Black Eyed Peas. There's actually like so many big names. Wiz
Wow.
Khalifa,
Yeah.
Kanye West, Rihanna.
Man, if we're talking about time capsules,
Yeah, this is like definitely the most 2011 lineup of all time. It's like a time capsule CD.
I miss it so much.
there are a lot of unofficial mashups. I'm
Sucker
not
I was
Friend, for
really mad
example.
that I heard the Ed Sheeran one earlier today. And that one was not horrible.
I
and I
know.
was kind of mad, but
I mean,
Shape of You is the song. Could not remember what that was called for a
Yeah.
hot second there.
I liked the levitating one.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was one. Oh, I think it was with Justin Bieber's boyfriend that they just made them. They had to make them so fast for it to work.
It's so funny when they get so fast.
There was a concert. Oh my goodness! I organized my notes and then I skipped over them. There was a concert. The Big Time Summer Tour. They did Boyfriend, and then they transitioned to the Justin Bieber Boyfriend, and they did a 4-part harmony, which sounds really good. And then they transitioned back into their Boyfriend and did a dance break where they had moves with their silly hats.
Were they tree
So-
hats?
No.
I
No,
think
they're
they
the
should
hats
wear
with their
more
names
silly
on
hats
them.
these
Then not
days.
interested.
No, it's the Big Time Summer Tour. It's where they're wearing the black and white outfits, and Kendall's hips are so prominent when he moves.
Oh, it's the hip store.
It's the
How
hips
could I
tour.
forget?
Kipper, do you know about Kendall's hips in the Big Time Summer Tour?
No, I can't say that I do.
Okay,
Would you
um,
mind filling me in?
yeah. So if you watch, what is especially Show Me, if you
Show me is like,
Okay, now I know what you're talking about.
just
that's all it takes.
just
Say
rubber
no more.
legs.
Think about him and Show Me, and then you know.
I don't know how his legs do that.
Man,
Is
it's
that
just
why
built
he has
different.
like bad knees now?
I was thinking that earlier.
I could see they were just made of rubber before.
It's like this isn't sustainable. I gotta
Okay,
take the rubber
this
out.
this is so funny because on one of the new songs on the new album, like Kendall literally says like knees like Michael Jackson.
Oh shoot.
I mean, you guys have any more fun boyfriend facts? Because I am cleaned out,
I
unfortunately.
mean, I have a story about Snoop and
We can't.
Kendall and
we can't.
Logan.
We can't.
Oh God, that's more than a story.
Yeah, we
It's the
we don't have
story.
time to do it justice.
Okay.
They did.
That demands a whole episode of its own.
Yes. They did copyright strike Sucker Friend
Oh, that's true.
Oh.
on account of Boyfriend. I wonder if I'm assuming that was like a widespread thing. They were taking down Boyfriend videos on YouTube. Because I did
Yeah,
notice
which
that
is-
there were fewer things to look at now than there have been in the past.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if that was because like YouTube's algorithm sucks and just doesn't show me what I search for anymore, or
Right.
whether it was because of that.
I'm sure it was a joint effort.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to listen to, if you want to listen to Boyfriend but don't have enough time, there are many Nightcore covers. If you want to really just sit and like take in the lyrics, there are so many slow and reverb edits. Anything you want, you can find.
If you wish it sounded more like Sucker by the Jonas Brothers,
Maggie's got you
did
covered.
that.
It's my magnum opus.
I can't listen to Regular Boyfriend anymore because I hallucinate the Sucker bass line.
I can listen to Regular Boyfriend, but if I'm thinking about Boyfriend, I do think of the Sucker baseline.
That's why they had to take it down. They were like, "Oh no, this movie's been shown up."
I know.
Yeah,
And
you
then
know too much.
I had to lie to them and say, "Oh no, this is not a replacement. This is transformative. It's different."
Yeah.
But I choose to believe that that means that Big Time Rush is now aware of Sucker Friend, and not that they hired a third party to copyright strike videos.
What if they perform it in concert?
That would be fine. I would not be upset.
Do you guys think one day we'll get a Jonas Brothers BTR collab?
I think Big Time Rush really wants it. I think Jonas Brothers
Yeah.
is not going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could very much see that.
That's how
It's an unrequited love.
that's how I, and I think maybe also Haleigh and Ashton, remember the amount of people in BTS is because there was that interview where Big Time Rush was like, would it be too many people if it was us and the Jonas Brothers? But then someone pointed out that's the same amount of people in BTS, so it would be fine. So I always have to add the two bands together if I'm trying to remember how many people are in the other band.
Yep.
Kipper, no pressure, but while you're here, do you have any more like boyfriend facts you want to share? Or again, absolutely no pressure. If you had stuff you wanted to throw out, I absolutely want to.
Well, we didn't talk about the show music video much, did we?
Oh shoot,
With
yeah.
the one in the, was it Big Time Girlfriends?
Yeah, we did a
Yes.
brief
Right.
overview, and in the last episode we recorded, we talked about the plot lines that were relevant to the episode.
But yeah, we didn't really get much into it other than that because we were going to save it for this week and then we completely forgot.
Yeah, 'cause something that's really cool that I just learned last week is that like the carnival like set for that episode was like a legitimate carnival that Nickelodeon like rented. They
Oh.
literally put it like in the parking lot outside Paramount. They closed it off for like I think 3 days, and then like they just shot a carnival.
I mean, that would suck if you worked at Paramount and now you had to find a new place to park.
Yeah, they can deal with
Because
it.
Big Time Rush put
If
a
it was
carnival in my parking spot.
And you're not invited.
Oh, there's a YouTube channel called The Flapjack Relay, and they make made 10 years ago. It was a bunch of dudes making their own Big Time Rush music video, and they were fun. But they did Boyfriend, and they did it at a carnival, and then while they were filming it, it started raining, and it made like really good aesthetic shots, and it was very exciting for them. That's
I
gonna go in
completely
the
forgot about
playlist
this
as well.
video. Yes, thank you.
Yes. I think that like those little fan videos are like quintessential Big Time Rush fan content to me, you know, just like there's just friends hanging out over a love of Big Time Rush. Just like us.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
just like this.
So beautiful.
Opal, you have things to say, or do you just want to rub the microphone? Can you not?
Ish.
Why are you trying to eat it? Stop. I'm not giving her enough attention.
Does she
Fine,
have
she can
anything
do
to
it.
say?
No,
That's fair.
she doesn't care about Boyfriend. She has.
I
more
know she
opinions
doesn't
about
like
other
to
songs.
perform.
She does not. I
Yeah,
think
do
I'm
you guys have any
tapped
other
out.
fun facts, or should we close up?
I don't think there's much we haven't covered.
Yeah. If you take one thing
Well,
away, listen to the acapella versions because they're really fun.
Yes, so we'll try to post all the videos that we mentioned. We'll make a playlist on our YouTube page, and then we'll link that in the episode description. You can also find our other social media there. You can come hang out in the Discord with Haleigh and Kipper. Kipper, how can we find you?
Oh God, you can't.
An enigma.
I don't have much of a social media preference. Go find me on Pop Hates Flops. Best
Yes.
performer of all time.
Definitely read that entire, like, there's so much Big Time Rush information. We're definitely going to be referencing it going forward.
That is only a fraction of my power. I'm so backlogged with stuff that I want to like get out because I literally had to do so much research like working on that I actually just like outpaced myself. Now I'm just
Wow.
like eternally backlogged. I never even finished that thing. It's really tragic.
Well, luckily you have so much time, and I feel like you should get like a diploma or something. Like I think you're the world's premier Big Time Rush scholar at this point.
On the band side of things, it's honestly quite possible. Outside of the band themselves, I don't think anybody else has dedicated this much like obsessive, mentally ill effort into something so niche. But
No, you
But
need
I'm
yeah,
so
a
grateful for it.
you need a PhD for sure.
Honestly, this is our new goal is to get a diploma here from Big Time Rush themselves.
yeah, we can do it next BTR day.
Yes, absolutely.
We'll give
Honestly,
us our
like
own BTR day.
I'm honestly convinced that you know more about the band than they do because I feel like there were so many things that happened behind the scenes that they just forgot about.
I don't know about that. When it comes, actually, I'm like 100% sure that's true for everyone except for Kendall. Kendall is
Mm.
the G. Like
Mm.
whenever I'm writing the wiki, like all my sources are like according to Kendall Smith because he's the only dude who like bothers to know anything. The rest of them are just like, yeah, boyfriend is like a really, you know, huge moment in our history, and we're really proud of it, and we're really happy we get to make music together. That's like all they say ever. But when you ask him about any song, but Kendall, that man has the receipts, and I
Yeah.
respect him greatly for that.
Maybe someday he'll acknowledge that they have a song with Carmen because I do think they all forgot about that one. It's
They
fine.
probably did.
Maybe this is our someday. It's not. They're never going to talk about that.
No. Yeah, well, I
Alright,
think
well,
that's...
I have to go. My pants are cold.
Yes, absolutely. Girl, my... Kipper, have you ever listened to our stuff before, or do you just hear us saying these weird things that just have to
Wow.
accept?
I have listened to some
Oh,
episodes.
cool. Okay.
I actually listened to Till I Forget About You one earlier at work.
Nice.
I listened to the Count on You episode a few weeks ago.
Nice. It just
That's-
occurred to me that
As
there's...
I was saying that my pants were cold, I'm like, huh.
I hope he knows what we're talking
That is
about.
a phrase, huh?
That's a good
Yeah.
excuse.
Yeah.
I agree.